Hello, welcome to Football Focus, your number one destination. For the latest football news, transfer updates, match analysis, breaking stories, and everything happening around the football, if you're new in this channel, please remember to subscribe, share, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss any important football updates. There are moments in football when everything changes, moments when a sleeping giant opens its eyes, moments when the entire football world suddenly realizes that a new era is about to begin. And right now, across Europe, those moments are unfolding around one club, Barcelona. A club built on dreams, a club built on legends, a club that once ruled football with names that became immortal. For years, Camp Nou was the centre of the football universe. The greatest players walked through its tunnel, the biggest trophies filled its museum. Every opponent feared the sight of Blaugrana colours under the bright lights of European nights. But football never stands still. Empires rise, empires fall, and after years of struggle, financial problems, painful exits, and heartbreaking defeats, many believed Barcelona's reign was over. Many believed the giant would never fully recover. They were wrong, because deep inside the club, a new vision was taking shape. A vision led by coach Hansi Flick, a vision supported by President Joan Laporta, a vision designed to bring Barcelona back to the summit of world football. But every great empire needs warriors. And Barcelona has identified three men who could define the next chapter of its history. One is a survivor. One is a wall. One is a killer. Joao Cancelo, Alessandro Bastoni, Julian Alvarez. Three different stories. Three different journeys. One common destination. Barcelona. To understand why these names are generating so much excitement among supporters, we must first begin with the story of a man who never stopped fighting, Joao Cancelo. For years, football has been a battlefield, and few players have fought more battles than Cancelo. Born in Portugal with dreams bigger than his circumstances, Cancelo quickly discovered that talent alone would never be enough. Football can be cruel. One moment you are celebrated, the next you are doubted. One season, you are a hero. The next, critics are asking whether your best days are behind you. Throughout his career, Cancelo experienced both sides of football's brutal reality. Yet every challenge only made him stronger. From his earliest days, he displayed extraordinary ability. His speed was electric, his dribbling was mesmerizing. His confidence with the ball was unlike anything expected from a defender. While others focused on simply stopping attacks, Cancelo wanted more. He wanted to create them. He wanted to dominate games. He wanted to transform the role of a fullback forever. And he did. Across Europe, stadium after stadium witnessed his brilliance. Defenders feared his runs. Midfielders struggled to track his movement. Fans rose from their seats whenever he touched the ball. Cancelo wasn't just defending. He was conducting football. Like an artist holding a brush, he painted attacks across the pitch. But greatness always comes with pressure. Every mistake was magnified. Every difficult period became headline news. Every setback invited criticism. Many players would have broken under that pressure. Cancelo refused. Every criticism became motivation. Every doubt became fuel. Every obstacle became another reason to fight harder. That mentality transformed him into one of the most complete players of his generation. And when Barcelona arrived, something special happened. The club found a player desperate to prove himself, and Cancelo found a club that matched his ambition. The connection was immediate. Barcelona supporters saw a footballer willing to sacrifice everything for victory, a player who played with passion, a player who understood what it meant to wear the famous shirt, a player who fought for every ball as if it were his last. Yet while Cancelo continued his personal battle, Barcelona's leaders were planning something even bigger, because they knew one truth. No empire can conquer Europe without a great defence, and that realization brought them to Italy, to a defender many consider one of the best in the world, Alessandro Bastoni. At Inter Milan, Bastoni became much more than a defender. He became a leader, a commander, a symbol of stability. When opponents attacked, Bastoni stood in their way. When pressure increased, Bastoni remained calm. When his team needed organisation, Bastoni provided it. He was everything modern football demands from an elite centre-back. Strong in duels, brilliant with the ball, exceptional in positioning, fearless under pressure, the complete package. For years, Inter Milan treated him as untouchable. The club knew what they had. Finding another defender with his combination of intelligence and technical quality would be almost impossible. That is why reports suggested Inter valued him at nearly €80 million. The message seemed clear: Bastoni was not for sale. But football has a way of changing everything. Because while Inter saw him as the future of their defence, Bastoni reportedly saw something else. A dream. The dream of wearing Barcelona colours, the dream of playing at Camp Nou, the dream of becoming part of football history. Suddenly, the impossible started becoming possible. Behind closed doors, discussions intensified. Barcelona's sporting project attracted attention across Europe. Players were beginning to notice. They saw a team rising again. They saw Hansi Flick building something powerful. They saw young stars developing into world-class talents, and they wanted to be part of it. Bastoni was no exception. If the reports are true, his desire to join Barcelona has dramatically changed the situation. What once looked like an impossible transfer is now becoming one of the biggest stories of the summer. Barcelona supporters can already imagine the scene. Bastoni standing in the heart of defence, reading danger before it appears, winning crucial battles, leading the back line with authority, and giving the team the defensive foundation required to challenge the best clubs in Europe. But Barcelona's plans do not stop there, because every great army needs more than defenders. Every great empire needs a warrior capable of finishing battles, a player who turns opportunities into goals, a player who strikes fear into opponents, a player who lives for decisive moments. And that brings us to Julian Alvarez, the Argentine assassin, the World Cup winner, the relentless forward who never stops moving. Across Europe, defenders know exactly what makes Alvarez special. He is fast, he is intelligent, he is ruthless, and most importantly, he is a winner. Some strikers wait for chances. Alvarez creates them. Some forwards disappear when pressure arrives. Alvarez thrives on it. The bigger the stage, the stronger he becomes. That mentality perfectly matches Barcelona's ambitions, because Hansi Flick is not simply building a team. He is building a machine designed to compete for every trophy, a machine powered by youth, talent, hunger, and relentless ambition. Imagine the possibilities. Imagine Bastoni organising the defence. Imagine Cancelo charging forward like a warrior. Imagine Pedri controlling the rhythm of matches. Imagine Lamine Yamal destroying defenders with his magic. Imagine Rafinha creating chaos on the wings. And imagine Julian Alvarez waiting inside the penalty area. Ready, patient, dangerous. One chance, one touch, one goal. Suddenly Barcelona's future looks terrifying for the rest of Europe. And perhaps that is exactly the message the club wants to send. The giant is awake. The rebuilding phase is ending. The next chapter is beginning, and the football world is watching every move.